Hello, everyone. Welcome to Everything Arsenal and welcome to the live reaction for the Carabao Cup third round draw. This season, it's a bit different, but I'll talk about it. Obviously, by now, you expect us to get the draw done and then play the game in the next 1 week or 2 weeks. This time, we're actually doing the draw right now, but we are not going to play the game until something like November. So we have to wait like 3 months to actually play whichever team we are going to face or get drawn with today. So at the bottom, we have the team scrolling the ball numbers. So Bournemouth is ball number one, and then Arsenal, Aston Villa, Blackburn, Brentford, Burnley, Charlton, Chelsea, Crawley Town, Crystal Palace, Derby County, Everton, Gillingham. We also have Leicester City, Lincoln City, Liverpool. So you can see the numbers which you're supposed to be avoiding, especially number 16, 17, 18. Definitely do not want any of those. Man Utd 17, Man United at 18, MK Dons at 19, Morecambe at 20, Newport County at 21, Nottingham Forest at 22, Sheffield Wednesday 23, Southampton 24. We have Stevenage as 25, Tottenham as 26. Really don't want a North London derby this early. West Ham at 27, Wolves 28, Brighton 29, Leeds 30, Newcastle have just won their game right now, 31, and Bristol City have just won their game right now as well. So let me know which team would you like to face in the Carabao Cup third round. There's a couple of championship teams. There's a lot of Premier League teams. There's a lot of League One teams, and I think there's a League Two team there as well. Definitely do not want to face Man City or Man United or any of those. And this is a competition. This Carabao Cup and the Europa League, it's been years since we won these competitions, especially the Carabao Cup. We've not won it since 1993. Basically, most of us over here right now, none of us has ever seen Arsenal actually lift in the Carabao Cup. So that is something I want us to do. We've never really lifted that for almost 30 years now. And the Europa League, obviously, we really need a European competition. So let us hope that we can win our competition this season. I actually think we've done well in the Carabao Cup. I actually think we've done better in the Carabao Cup than in the FA Cup the last 5 years. But we've actually won the FA Cup once. But in the other seasons, we went out of the third round twice. We went out of the fourth round twice. So apart from the FA Cup that we won in 2020, 2018, 2019, 2021, and 2022, we've gone out very early in the FA Cup. In the Carabao Cup recently, we've been doing very well. Last season, we got to the semi-final. I think 3 years ago, we got to the final. We got to the semi-final again. But obviously, the last hurdle is usually tough for us because we end up facing Liverpool, we end up facing Man City, and their second teams are better than ours, and they end up beating us. So let's hope this time round we have a decent second team. I mean, looking at our bench, the players who can possibly play in this competition for us. Right now, we have Tierney, we have Tomiyasu, we have players like Smith Rowe, we have players like Fabio, Vieira, and Ketty, all of them who can play in this competition. That would be amazing. That would be really good having a second team as good as that. So let's see what happens. As I said, at the bottom, the team that we could face in this draw, let me know which team would you like to face. Would you like to get a tougher team like Liverpool or Tottenham early, or do you want to get like a championship team or those kind of sides? Sheffield Wednesday, Southampton, Stevenage. I'd like a Stevenage. I usually like facing teams that we've never faced before. Doesn't even if it's a Premier League team, if you've never really faced it before and they just got promoted, I'm okay with that. I usually I don't like facing Brighton in the Carabao Cup and then playing them in the league again. I don't like that. Or facing Newcastle and then 3 days later we play them again in the FA Cup. I don't like that really. I like us facing teams that we've never really played before. So let me know which teams you guys want. Tactical says, I definitely wouldn't mind a League Cup this year, considering we've only won it twice. We did well in it last year. We've done well in it actually the last 5 years. I said we got to the final, but we ended up facing Man City. We lost. I think that was 2018. We got in the semi-final last year. We faced Liverpool. We actually did very well against Liverpool in the first leg with 10 men at Anfield and drew the game. But in the second leg, their squad was way better than ours. They could bring in the likes of Jota, and for us, Thomas Partey was at the African Cup of Nations, and we were missing a lot of players, so it becomes harder for us. But this time, I feel like we have a good squad that can deal with all these competitions. As I said, usually when the third round draw happens, we play the game like 1 week after, but you're actually not going to play this game until something like November. So the draw is today, but you're not going to play this game until so it will be the second last game before players go for the World Cup. So There will be a Premier League game that weekend, and then players go out to the World Cup. But before that Premier League game, we'll play a Carabao Cup fixture, and then after that, we'll have to wait until next year or something to play the next round. Come on, you Gunners. Remipa says very nice. Emmanuel says I love Arsenal. Kaduni is ready to win a trophy, man. How are you, Shane? Hope you're doing well. Farkas says Nottingham Brentford. Oh, please. Really? Please no. Please no. Nottingham Forest. Oh, okay. Like, listen. Right now, you're doing so well. I can't start talking about, okay, Blackburn are doing very well in the championship. I can't start saying, okay, I don't want us to face Blackburn. No, we are Arsenal. We can face any team. But obviously, Nottingham Forest and Brentford away, I really don't like. You know what has happened the last two times we faced Nottingham Forest away from home in the cup competitions? They've thumped us. They thumped us 4-0 and they beat us last season 1-0. So if it's a home game, fine. But it's an away game, not really keen. Like, there's a lot of teams I can look at there and I'm like, yes, a home game would be great. But knowing Arsenal, we'll probably end up facing West Ham or Tottenham or something like that. I wouldn't mind Bristol City or teams like that. Hi, Gigi, Me TV, Tessa, Rubes, whoever is there. How are you? Tactical says, who would you rather go over the line or get over the line if you don't get both Neto or Yuri Tillemans? Choose one. Tillemans all day long, man. I want a midfielder. I've always said I want a midfielder. I don't think a winger is our problem, really. Even if Neto doesn't join us, we still have Saka there. We still have Martinelli, Smith Rowe, Fabio Vieira, all those guys. But if you don't get a midfielder and then Xhaka or Partey goes down with an injury or gets suspended, we are in a lot of trouble after that. You can talk about Lokonga coming in for 1 game, 2 games, but the quality, the drop-off, even right now, if you bring in Lokonga for Xhaka, the drop in quality is very, very high. The way Xhaka's been playing right now, I don't even think Lokonga can play like that. And if you remove Partey from that squad, you're in a lot of trouble. So for me, I think having Saka, even if Saka is not there, you play Smith Rowe on that side, I don't think there'll be a huge difference. Or Martinelli is not there, play Smith Rowe. I think all of them have quality, but midfield, I'd definitely choose Tillemans first. But if you can get Neto as well, that would be amazing, man. I wouldn't complain at all. Listen, if you get Neto and Tillemans through the door, then you're definitely going to at least win one of these competitions, cup competitions, because you'll have the squad for it. I'm doing good, tactical. Cookie says hoping for a team in the championship or below, maybe someone like a Lincoln. Yeah, I want a team like that. But even Lincoln, we've played them before. Like we've seen Arsenal playing Lincoln like a couple of years ago. I want a team that we've never really faced, like a Crawley Town. They beat Fulham yesterday, or Gillingham. I'd like a team like that. Definitely not Liverpool, Man United. MK Dons, we played them in a friendly a couple of years ago. Morecambe, we've never played Morecambe. We've never played Newport County, or if we played them, it's years ago. So the draw hasn't started. I think it will be starting in the next 5 minutes. Let's see. Newport County versus United, please, says Jason. Jason wants a good fix. So Jason is do you support Newport or Man United? I'm guessing obviously this the League 1 teams and the League 2 teams, they usually want like a bigger team at home. I think it helps with the finances and also just a very good day out. Like if Newport gets Man United, it will be great for them. We can face anyone, no tension. Ben is okay with facing any team. He does not care whether we get Tottenham. But obviously, in terms of the fixture pile-up, this season is different because of the World Cup. Like we have a midweek game next week, and then basically this is the last midweek we don't have a game. From now on, I think until the World Cup, we are going to be playing every single midweek. Like the Europa League does not stop now. I think we'll finish up the Europa League before the World Cup. So usually the Europa League goes until December, and then you take like a 2-month break, and then you come back for the round of 32. This time we have to play every single Europa League game, like the 6 group stage games, like before November. Those are a lot of games. And then if we throw in, let's imagine you face let's give an example like an FC Porto. I know they're in the Champions League, but you get like an FC Porto in the Europa League, and then you have Tottenham in the league, and then you add Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. It starts becoming harder. So you just want the draw to go for you, because if you face like a Crawley Town at home, you can literally even bring in a couple of youngsters. But if you get Tottenham, it's like a Premier League game. You have to play your first team. In the next 4 minutes, Meldin. Not Nottingham Forest, says Tactical. Definitely not. That is usually a tough fixture. And they've looked good this season. I actually predicted them to go to get relegated. I think they might still get relegated, but in terms of their home games, their home games, they need to depend on their home games. And you saw they beat West Ham and they almost beat Everton, and they're playing Tottenham this weekend. Let's see how they do in that one. Yep, something like that. Yeah, at the top of the hour, it should be starting Melding. Not yet, Jamie. Jamie's asking who do Morecambe have? Hopefully Arsenal. We still need to buy more players. The second team ain't complete. You are right, Joseph. We still need like 2 players. We still have players like Marquinhos who could be promoted to the first team and players like that. But that's why I said I just did a predicted lineup for the Fulham game over the weekend. I know our squad has been doing really good and there's no need of changing the team. But since we have Aston Villa and Man United after that, I'd be very tempted to not play Partey this weekend and start someone else, and also rest Martinelli for Smith Rowe. Those 2 players especially. Partey, whenever Partey goes down injured, you just know you're screwed. So I really need him to rest because I need him fit for the Man United game. If we play Partey on Saturday and then play him on Wednesday, will he be fit for the weekend again? That's the problem with Partey. So you need him to rest him where you can. So I don't think against Fulham, if you bring in Lokonga for Partey, there's a huge difference. Yes, the quality, but you can still get the goals as long as Jesus is on the pitch and Saka and all those guys. Players like Ben White and Saka and Jesus can play every single game, no problem. Neto is quality, but he's injury prone, another problem, and was nearly out for 2 years with the knee injury. I'd much prefer Tielemans 100%. Robert says Arsenal the best team. How are you, Howard? Emmanuel says we are Arsenal. We can face any club in the world. One love. Yes, you can face any club in the world, but not every time. Sometimes you want a different draw. Sometimes you want the easier team. I wouldn't be happy to get Liverpool or Man City at home, for example, and then I see Tottenham getting Morecambe and Man Utd getting Newport or League One, League Two teams. Not because I'm disrespecting those teams, because I want us to face teams that we've never faced before. Sandy says, come on, you Gunners. Robert, thank you for the kind compliment about Arsenal. By the way, Robert, Arsenal is top of the league, buddy. Bring them on. Arsenal gonna trash them all, says Sunday. Big ups. My guy, hope you're good. Yes, Niall, I'm doing good. Do you think we'll get Tielemans, Shane? I absolutely have no idea, man. I still think we're going to get 2 players, but to predict which one, that's going to be very, very hard, man. I do agree with people who have said if you're going to get these players, we'd have already gotten them. There's that feeling, because why wouldn't we have gotten them by now? But there's still like 8 days to go in the transfer window, or 7 days. I think it's next Thursday that is being closed. So we just have to remain hopeful. Any two new faces that we can get, I'm happy. There are definitely going to be players who are going to leave Arsenal for sure. Pepe is about to leave right now. Niles will potentially leave. Bellerin will potentially leave. So we have to get new players in. Arsenal need to sign more players if you want to go for title race or top 4. And just a moment, 4-day tactical says as soon as Niles leaves on, we'll move on to Tielemans. Yeah, but why would we do this season? So there's no hope they get those players through the door. I thought Liverpool would be up there, but Man City could be like 10 points ahead of Liverpool next season. So at the moment, it's actually like we're going to be the ones that are giving City can win 20 games in a row. Oh, please never ever ask that question again. Jesus Christ, never ask that. I feel like puking just for you asking that question. Are you a Spurs fan? God, no. Please, no. Please, no. That means I would have never seen a trophy in my lifetime. Please, no. Up the Gunners from Nigeria, says Diamond. Kamara says, what is the situation with Pepe right now? Pepe is heading to Nice in France, so he's going out on loan. I expected him to leave. Actually, since the first transfer video I did this summer in June, I said I'm expecting Pepe to leave. Then it kind of looked like he was going to stay. But then right now, it's looking like he's going to leave again. So that is very, very interesting. Again, will he come back really? Because right now, if you're sending a player out on loan when he's 27, 28, you're going to end up signing them, because this should be Pepe's prime. So if you're sending him out on loan, I don't think he'll ever play for Arsenal again, unfortunately. So I just think we need to just forget about that and just move on. Unfortunately, it didn't work. So nothing. The draw hasn't started yet, so we're still waiting for it. It's actually live on YouTube. You can check it on, I think it's called Sky Sports Football on YouTube. They're showing it live there. Yeah, I've answered that, Philip. Let them sign it if the player fits Arsenal styles. Yeah, he definitely fits our style, but the problem is the injuries, Diamond. That guy was out for like a year with an injury. You know how much injuries have messed us up. Can we go on and talk about those guys? Rosicki, Wilshere, Cazorla, Ramsey, like so many players who've been out injured. Like we can talk about 20. Diaby, we can talk about 30 players who've been injured and ruined. We probably, if Rosicki was fit in 2007 and 2008, if Eduardo as well didn't get injured, we would have had a Premier League title that season. 2016, if Cazorla stayed fit, we'd have had a title. If Leicester wouldn't have had a title if Cazorla stayed fit. Right now, we don't want to say again. Last season, for example, we'd have had top 4 if Tierney and Tomiyasu were fit and party. This season, we don't want to say that again. We don't want to say we would have had top 4 title if Neto was fit. The Gunners are all the way. We need more players to be in the top 4. I actually think we can still get top 4 even if we don't get more players. Liverpool's midfield is shocking at the moment. We should have gotten Tielemans much earlier because I wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool moved on for him. Yeah, I was watching that game on Monday and I was like, that midfield of Milner and Henderson 2022. Now, I actually kind of felt like Man United would win that game. I was actually very surprised to see that kind of midfield. And Liverpool had the best midfield a couple of years ago, and they had Wijnaldum and all those guys. But that could happen if we're not careful. Obviously, we need to get players in before Liverpool and Man City start jumping on them. Because right now, players have started to go. Alexander Isak, the guy we've wanted for 2 years, is joining Newcastle. I'm not worried about that because he's joining them for more than 60 million. So Alexander Isak moving to Newcastle for 60 million, and we signed Gabriel Jesus for less than 50 million. That deal is looking very good. Paqueta is in talks with West Ham at the moment, another player that we wanted. It could be a lot of money. So right now, players are starting to go. So the players that you want, you need to get them right now before teams start getting them. Man United will potentially get players in. Chelsea are serious right now. They're trying to buy Fofana, Aaron Gordon from Everton. So we still need like 2 players. I still need to offload some players before. We still need to offload some players before bringing in any new players. Players will go. Definitely players will go. What's happening with Bellerin? Why is Arsenal holding him up? Says Hillary. 1, teams have to want him for you to sell him. 2, Real Betis wanted him, but they didn't want to pay any money for him, and we wanted money for him. So we have to wait until any team that wants to pay for us to sell him. Teams want him, but teams don't want to pay for him. So you're just stuck with the player basically, unless we just don't want him here and just let him go on a free. But we've done that again so many times. Mkhitaryan left on a free. Ramsey left on a free. Aubameyang left on a free. Lacazette left on a free. Like, how many times can we do that? Even if you can get 2 million, get it. Don't let him go if you're not going to get any money for him. By the end of the transfer window, teams will potentially get that money and trying to get him in. I hate injuries. Would have been on 15 league titles at least with a few injuries. Yep. Especially 2007, 2008 when Eduardo got injured, and 2015, 2016 when Cazorla got injured, because Sanchez and Ozil were fantastic in that season. So that's the thing. If you add Neto to the team, is a bit injury prone, and then you have Partey, you have Tierney, you have Tomiyasu, way too many injuries. You need players like Ben White. Players like Ben White never get injured. Hopefully, don't say that and then he gets injured, but players like him never get injured. Players like Gabriel, those are the kind of players you want. Jesus, they're always fit. That is the kind of player you want. Because if those players can play even 30 out of the 38 games, you are looking good. The draw still hasn't started. Let's see. So yeah, let's go through the teams one more time. The teams that will be in this draw, scrolling down the bottom. Bournemouth, so ball number 1 is Bournemouth, ball number 2 is Arsenal, then Aston Villa, Blackburn, Brentford, Burnley, Charlton. I'd like to face like a Charlton. We've not faced them in a long while. Chelsea, Crawley Town, Crystal Palace, definitely not, please. Derby County, wouldn't mind that. Everton, Gillingham, Leicester City, Lincoln City, Liverpool, Manchester City, Man United, MK Dons, Morecambe, Newport County, those kind of teams that you've never faced before. Nottingham Forest. Also, if you have teams like those, you can give an opportunity to the youngsters. Sheffield Wednesday, Southampton, Stevenage. There's Tottenham as well. There's West Ham. There's Wolves, Brighton, Leeds. So if you have to face a Premier League team, I wouldn't mind the likes of Everton. Newcastle United and Bristol City. Newcastle definitely, like, if you're giving Newcastle away from home, you don't really want that fixture right now. They are very good right now, so you didn't want to face Newcastle away in a Carabao Cup game or a Premier League team. They look very serious this season, so let's see what happens. Again, if you want to watch the draw, it's on Sky Sports Football on YouTube. There's 42,000 people watching right now, but it still hasn't started. Let's see. Shane, I'd say less than 5 minutes. Arsenal fan review says, why hasn't it started? Because the games just ended right now. And there was like a Tranmere versus Newcastle game that ended not long ago. So let's see. Would love a Stevenage, yeah. A team like that, team like we've never faced before, a team that we've never ever played before. Ashton says, Welbeck, Aubameyang, Lacazette, Kolasinac, Socrates, Ozil, Ramsey, Wilshere, free transfer FC. I'd even forgotten about Welbeck. I'd forgotten about Kolasinac. We cancelled his contract. Socrates, like so many players, man. You can add Mkhitaryan to that. There's so many, man. We've lost so many players go out on a free, so we can't really let even Bellerin and Niles go out on a free. But after Bellerin leaves, Pablo Mari leaves, all these guys leave, the players that we'll have remaining, they won't be going for free. Right now, if you want Saka, you're talking about 100 million. If you want Smith Rowe, you're talking about 60. If you want Martinelli, you're talking about 80 or 90. Odegaard, we can't sell Odegaard for less than 50 right now. If you want Gabriel, we are talking 60 or something right now. So our players that we have right now, they have value. It's not like the players we had before. The players that we have right now, they have value. John Barnes is doing the draw, Liverpool player, former Liverpool player. Please, can we know the deal between Arsenal and the PSV winger? We'll potentially hear about that one tomorrow. PSV have just gone out of the Champions League qualifier. They just lost to Rangers 5 minutes ago. So we'll hear about Gakpo probably from tomorrow. So PSV are out. So he might leave since they're out. See, anyone can be trashed, says Muteso. Tactical says Kroenke out. It's been we've not said that for a long while right now. I think things are looking good right now that we've not had to say that for quite a long time. So let's see what happens. So the draw is starting right now. Thank you, Naomi, and thank you, Fan Reviews. Ashton, you're being very mean. So we'll just type it in as it happens. So you can also get the other team. The first team drawn out is Leicester City. Which team will Leicester City face? Away to Leicester. They're not looking good, but I wouldn't like Leicester away right now. Let's see. Number 21 is Newport County. One of the teams that we wanted is gone. Leicester City will face Newport County. That is the first team out, the first draw out. I want a home game as well. West Ham United is the next team out. Will we be traveling to West Ham? Thank you, Arsenal Fan Reviews, for the comment, by the way. Number 4. West Ham against Blackburn. Oh, my goodness. Blackburn are doing really good in the Championship. I wouldn't be surprised if they knock out West Ham. Number 28 is Wolves. Wolves will be facing Leeds. Wolves against Leeds. That's interesting. Oh, so Man City still not yet gone. Man United, Liverpool, Tottenham, Arsenal are all still there so far. Number 22 is Nottingham Forest. You just know you're going to potentially get a team like this that has been eliminating us from the cup competitions. Nottingham Forest are going to play against Tottenham. Interesting. They're actually playing this weekend as well. Nottingham Forest and Tottenham. That's a tough game. That's not an easy game for Tottenham. Number 18 is Manchester United. Just imagine if we got to Man United in the Carabao Cup. Aston Villa. I thought it was Arsenal because they say 3. Man United against Aston Villa. I think they played in the Carabao Cup last season, if I'm not wrong. If you're a Man United fan, let me know. Man United against Aston Villa. Number 1 is Bournemouth. Give us Bournemouth again. I wouldn't mind that. If we have to face a Premier League team, might as well get Bournemouth. Bournemouth will be playing against Everton. Another Premier League tie there. City are still there. Liverpool are still there. Arsenal are still there. 16 are Liverpool. Oh God, not Liverpool again right now. Liverpool again, please. Derby County against Liverpool. Liverpool will be facing Derby County. Well, at least it's not Arsenal. We can still face Man City. Hopefully not. Burnley. It's always bloody Burnley. Can we face Burnley? Number 9. Crawley Town. Burnley against Crawley Town. Number 32 is next. That is Bristol City. I wouldn't mind that. Come on, give us Bristol City. I've never seen us playing against Bristol City. It's obviously not Arsenal. Lincoln. Uh-oh. It's looking more likely that you're going to get Manchester City, guys. It's looking very likely. Manchester City is the next team out. God, please no. Please no. Please no. Chelsea. Whoa, Man City against Chelsea. That's interesting. Whoa. Whew. It could have been us. It could have been us. City against Chelsea. Wow, that's a good game. Obviously, you expect Man City to win it, especially in the Carabao Cup. They usually don't play around. Stevenage. Charlton. So which teams are remaining? Arsenal is still there. Stevenage against Charlton. Number 19 is MK Dons. Number 20, Morecambe. Wow, okay. Which team is remaining, guys? We're still there, you know. Newcastle United. Oh, Newcastle United is tough. Crystal Palace, interesting. Newcastle against Palace, another Premier League game. Southampton. So next. Sheffield Wednesday traveling to Southampton. Number 2 is Arsenal. A home game. Yes, we are getting a home game. That's great. Brighton. How do you guys feel about Brighton at home? Arsenal are going to face Brighton at home. We had to get a Premier League team. You just know these things. Brentford is next. Gillingham. Why couldn't we have gotten Gillingham, man? And Brentford against Gillingham. And that is it for the draw, guys. Let's go through it one more time. The reason why most of you are here, Arsenal against Brighton, how do you guys feel about that? At least it's a home game. I don't mind that. I would have liked to play against a team that we've never played before. But listen, Brighton at home, I'll definitely take that. They are looking very good. They've already won away at West Ham and away at Man United this season. There's Leicester against Newport. There's West Ham against Blackburn. There's Wolves against Leeds, a Premier League team there, a Premier League game there. Nottingham Forest against Tottenham, another Premier League game. Man United against Aston Villa, yet another Premier League clash there. Same with Bournemouth and Everton. Liverpool, Derby at home, very good draw for them. Burnley against Crawley, Bristol City against Lincoln, Manchester City against Chelsea. Whoa, I'm sure they would have loved to avoid each other. Stevenage against Charlton, MK Dons against Morecambe, Newcastle against Crystal Palace, another Premier League game. Southampton against Sheffield Wednesday. Arsenal against Brighton, another Premier League game. And then Brentford against Gillingham. We were so close to getting Gillingham, but we guess we'll take Brighton. No problem. Let's see what you guys are saying. Brighton at home, Brighton at home. There's a lot of good draws in the list of fixtures. Brighton are looking amazing at the moment. Definitely will be a challenge. City against Chelsea. Please, I need a little about our new coming. Diaby is not yet an Arsenal player, Smith. Have Morecambe been drawn? Yep. Can the draw interesting? I appreciate it. Kamara. Who does Morecambe have? Jamie's asking, who does Morecambe have? Morecambe have MK Dons away from home. Let's see. It could have been easier, but I guess we need to rush out with the PSV player faster before Man United or other teams enter the race. Chelsea versus Leeds, please. Nope, it's Chelsea versus Man City. that's a great game to get in the first game. It's a good challenge. Can't wait. Arsenal Brighton is a tough game, but you have an advantage. You'll win this one. Yeah, we are playing at home, Hillary. So the thing that with this fixture, we're not going to play this fixture until November. So that's a long time. That's like 3 months from now. So there's a lot that is going to happen. But that is a draw. I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know your predictions. Let me take this last comments. Tactical says, in my opinion, Villa and Everton should have went for Graham Potter of Brighton. Riley says, Mope, you a cheat. Neil Mope, you are cheat. You are a cheat. But will it still be at Brighton? That would be interesting for Ty. Will Brighton? When are we facing Brighton in the Premier League? Not anytime soon. So yeah, Neil Mope, you are a cheat. But yeah, that is the draw. Let's see how it goes. Europa League draw, by the way. Remember, the Champions League draw is tomorrow. We should have been there, but no problem. The Europa League draw will be on Friday. I'll be live with that as well. So that will earlier than this. That will be like UK time, something like 11 a.m. Like West African time, that will be like maybe 12 a.m., 1 a.m., like early morning on Friday. So I'll schedule it. You'll be there. You'll see it. I hope Brighton get relegated. Yes, hope Brighton get relegated. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Catch up with you guys on the next one.